Hearing Ishani's terrifying scream, Avasti auntie, who was on the verge to close the main door, ran anxiously towards her tenant's room. Entering the room, she found Ishani sitting on the couch and moaning painfully in a traumatized state. Blood splattered all over the white floor and light yellowish wall. A blood-stained kitchen knife on the bed just beside the cold body of Reshma. Reshma's light blue sleeping gown and the pink bedsheet were soaked in blood, drops of blood dripping onto the floor, trickling down through the corners of the bedsheet. It took some minutes for Avasti auntie to get acclimatized with the shock and the grief. Ishani was still on the couch, crying and moaning insanely. Avasti auntie held her stick strongly, went near towards the dead body of Reshma. She found Reshma was stabbed straight onto her neck. Her eyes were wide open and her left hand was holding the bed sheet tightly. Avasti auntie called the local police station and Reshma's family and tried to cool Ishani down. Then she went to the kitchen to bring a bottle of water for Ishani and discovered everything in the kitchen is messy, misplaced, and the window towards the garden is totally broken, such that a person could enter the room with least efforts. She peeped down the window and found pieces of glasses scattered all over the garden. Avasti auntie found a small folded piece of paper just near the window pane. She carefully opened it and found it was a down train ticket from Byculla to Thane. She put it on the microwave. She took a bottle out of the freezer and went towards the room. Ishani drank almost half a liter of water. Still, Ishani was in grief. She couldn't accept the fact that her best friend, come colleague, is no more. She started telling how good was Reshma. Why would anyone kill her? She always used to help everyone, keep everyone happy, never had quarrel with anyone. Above all, how could anyone enter the room without the keys? But Mrs. Avasti didn't utter a single word. It seemed that she was lost in some deep thoughts. Ishani again started crying and asked Mrs. Avasti, Ishani, can it be the case of burglary? Let me check the room once. Mrs. Avasti firmly asked her to sit quietly till the police arrives. Mrs. Avasti, no, I didn't think so. I think it is a sort of cold-blooded revenge murder. Ishani, revenge? How can it be? She never did any wrong to anyone. Mrs. Avasti, you know, Ishani, our mind does not set our sense of jealousy, revenge, anger, inferiority, or superiority complexes with respect to the deeds or behavior of the person in front of us. But actually, it is us who overthink their words and activities and self generate those complexities. So, doing something good or bad isn't needed to be a gem or a germ in someone's eyes. Ishani, still, how could you say it is a revenge with such a surety? If so, who do you think have done this to her? Mrs. Avasti, intuition, my dear Ishani, intuition. We have nothing instead of circumstantial evidences. I have identified something indiscreet, but could fully assure you that the killer isn't some professional. He or she must be repenting till now, broken from inside, wanting to revive Reshma back somehow.